and 2 now. Here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, his first throw of the playoffs is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. And all the way in for the touchdown. Isaiah Spiller, 37 yards. And the Golden Eagles will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game. How about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Taylor now will return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them.
And Rodgers return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 47 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. He'll go right back to Spiller here on first down. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Brings up 2nd and 1. On second down, Spiller looking for space. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working. I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. Running right, this is Spiller.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. On third down, it's Spiller. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and run the option, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They come up short here on fourth down, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Duggan looking to throw. He gets this out to Spiller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. He'll get this to about the 38.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Duggan. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Duggan now to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Spiller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Duggan. And it's caught. Touchdown. Trey McKinney from 3 yards out. And the Golden Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's complete to Cook. And some space here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. They'll try to middle with Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard from 10 yards out. And the Jets get a bit closer. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that makes it 23-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run behind center with Spiller. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing, Duggan. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. From the gun, a run by Spiller. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Here's Duggan to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. A big gainer in his sights, but he did not reel it in.
I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Duggan will look to throw this. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown! Jalen Guyton, as the first half is winding down. And the Golden Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jets 7.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
On 2nd down, Eckler shoves him away. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
first down, and they stick with Eckler. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. Dugan. And to the right side here, it's Allen. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
There you go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for the Jets. First down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
43-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Cook running right. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Touchdown! Corey Davis, 32 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return.
Hang on to the... Hold on to it.
Zerline now for the PAT. No, and the increased distance may have cost him there, as it is no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This taken in at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On the handoff, Spiller. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He's going to try and take off with it. Now he's loose again. Inside the 10. Touchdown! Max Duggan. 65 yards. And the Golden Eagles are able to add on to that lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Dicker to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Taylor. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. There he goes, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That's good for a Jets. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Able to spin free. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
And my goodness, another interception. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now Rodgers, he's got the hook up here with Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers again now. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Duggan looking to throw. Steps away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Give running right is Spiller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. Sheds off the tackle, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Dugan escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Taylor now from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try the left side with Spiller. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
On gain of 12. First down, goal.
On, one goes home.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching